All right. Hey, just a brief and sincere thank you to all of you for being here today and covering this event. It's a big day for certainly me and my family, but for the Los Angeles Police Department and the City of Los Angeles. We're moving forward together. The message that I've tried to communicate as clearly as I can is that this is a team effort. Oftentimes people will say, where are the police? What are the police doing? We want to be there for everybody in our city, but we need to be able to work with all of our other city agencies, community-based organizations, and most importantly, the public that we serve. So as we move forward, my hope is to be able to continue to increase the number of positive relationships we have, the great contacts that we're hoping to make, and to be able to look forward to the events ahead that are very significant events where the eyes of the world will be on Los Angeles, and to be able to look proudly at that and say, we were ready, we did a great job, and everybody who came to Los Angeles had a great experience. So let me open it up. Any thoughts, any questions you have? I'd love to be able to hear them, ma'am. Tim? Sure.
Just to reiterate the assurance with the fear in the immigrant community,
Yeah.
the mass deportations, what's going to be the role that police takes ahead of the...
Now, thank you for that question. I know that there is a lot of fear in many of our communities relative to comments made about immigration enforcement. The LAPD's role is very clear. We do not engage in immigration enforcement. We're there for everybody in all of our communities. If we were to do that, we would have a chilling effect on people's willingness to come forward, report crime, and partner with us. And to have a safe community, we need all of the community members to be partners. And so my assurance is that we're not in that business. We will not be doing any of the things that people are worried about recently. And we'll work forward with an open dialogue. Where there's concerns, we want to hear them, and we want to be able to address them quickly so that rumors don't get started. We don't see panic in some of our communities. That's the last thing we want or need. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for that question. Question was, how do I feel being back at the LAPD after having been in a number of other departments? I tell you, it feels great to be able to wear the blue uniform again, and to be able to look at the members of this department, many who I've worked with their parents, and to be able to see where we're going together. I was blessed to be able to spend almost 29 years with LAPD at the beginning of my career, and then transitioned to Long Beach as chief for 5 years, and then as sheriff for 4 years. Those other departments, Long Beach and LASD, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. So many great people working hard. We now want to be able to reach out and make them even closer partners than they have been, having those pre-existing relationships. So I see it as a tremendous benefit for public safety in Los Angeles for me to be able to bring and share that experience with everybody. Thank you.
Chief, you got your world events coming in the next 2 years during your tenure here. What's it going to be like this planning all that, not just working with the LAPD, but now you've got state, federal, and the rest of the local departments.
Right.
To figure out how to keep the region safe.
No, thank you, Sid. Yeah, the question was, we've got significant events coming up, the World Cup, the Super Bowl, the Olympics, the Paralympic Games in the next 5 years. How are we going to address that in the relationship building? Thankfully, we have relationships. I have strong relationships with our federal, state, and local partners. Many in our organization already have those relationships as well. So as we move forward, it's going to be a giant undertaking, not something that any one department anywhere in the world could do. We're going to do it with our federal, state, and local partners, with other agencies throughout Los Angeles County and the 7-county region. I look forward to being able to invite others in to be able to assist us and to be partners and to be part of something that we will all look back in our retirement years and look in the Olympics or the World Cup and thinking, you know what, that was a historic moment in Los Angeles, and we had the opportunity to play a role there in keeping everybody safe. So I look forward to it with a lot of planning ahead, a lot of training ahead to be able to address the needs, but also tremendous opportunity for our people to be able to serve in a way where it's very memorable.
Chief, how can you describe the morale with your officer, and how are you going to confront the 10,000 officers that you need?
Yeah, thank you. Question was about morale in the department and how do we get back to 10,000 officers. The reality is that, we're going to deal with the issues that officers are most concerned with, and that's feeling supported, feeling that when they do their job right, they will get the support that they deserve to get, that they will be adequately trained in doing the job, and that as we reach out, we try and do what we can to tell their story. The story that's been told in the past several years has been very detrimental to recruitment and retention within the department, and it's not an accurate depiction of what policing is. The focus has been on a very, very small number of incidents and magnifying that, particularly through social media, to where the public gets a soundbite and then responds to that, sometimes in an emotional way. Our goal is to address those issues when they occur, to take every one of those type of issues very seriously, and to be able to be as transparent as we are allowed to be about those, but also to put them in context that they are a small percentage, and to try and showcase the good work that's being done by all of our folks each and every day across this city and across the nation. And that's a big step forward in dealing with morale. Morale directly impacts our ability to be able to get the number of people we need on this job, to be able, both professional staff and sworn, to do it the way this community deserves it to be done. And so I start with morale, a big first step, and then all of the incremental stages moving forward, celebrating the milestones, holding our people accountable to a very high level, and moving forward in constant dialogue with the communities that we serve, thankfully through all of you. So I appreciate all that all of you do every day to help us tell that story. It's critically important to the safety of everybody who lives or visits this region. Thank you. That's it.
Biggest challenge to growing the department and making sure they stay for a long career.
Yeah, and it goes back to my previous answer, morale. Morale, it sounds like something that somebody maybe who is not as familiar with policing as others might be. Morale is so critical because we're asking people to go out there day in and day out and put themselves in harm's way to protect people they've never met before. When you look at it, we bring somebody in, generally they're in their early 20s with whatever life experience they have. We put them through a 6-month academy, give them as much training as we possibly can, as well as ongoing training. But then they go out and they face severe and chronic stress and trauma exposure day in and day out, call after call after call. For many people in our community, if they were exposed to one incident of severe trauma, that would stay with them for a long time. They'd lose sleep over that, and it would be something they would carry with them for the rest of their lives. Our folks do that call after call after call. And I use the analogy, it's like having a backpack that you keep putting bricks into. Eventually, everybody has a threshold where you can no longer do that. We want to be able to have a wellness program where we deal with those issues on an ongoing basis and take away any stigma that's attached to looking for help. We're all human beings at the end of the day.
How good is that Chiefs badge look on your uniform now?
It looks great. It's I think the best badge in policing anywhere, and to be able to have the honor and privilege of wearing the Chiefs badge means the world to me. Thank you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here. Thanks, Ed. Thank you.